Hey everybody, welcome to More Than Meets These Guys, ordinarily a podcast covering the original Transformers animated series from three different perspectives: the lifelong fan, the lapsed but returning fan, and the clueless outsider. But currently, turning the tables and doing a side journey into Robotech. We'll be covering the series episode by episode, also digging into the production and cultural impact of the show. My name is Ed, that lifelong fan, joined here as usual with the other
Oops.
Armstrong brothers. You and Evan, what's going on, guys?
What's up? Man, what a we got a treat today on episode 7, Bye Bye Mars.
Bye bye Mars. Yeah. Yeah. This was a cool one. What? Nobody has anything? Any goof off time? What's going on
Oh
here?
no, I actually wanted to bring up so Jehu brought up earlier that he you got to opine about Luke Spencer and Meathead.
Well, I
I
mean,
got to
I was
hear.
gonna. Yeah, I know Ed's a little younger than me,
Not by
and
much. Not by much.
what?
Not by just like a year or so, I think.
Like a couple years, but and so Evan, I'm assuming you may be too, but
Mhm.
I was born early enough that I still have memories of the '70s.
Hmm.
You know,
Okay.
they're not all sharp, but if there were three things I remembered about the '70s, Star Wars, duh,
Hmm.
All in the Family,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and General Hospital.
Hmm.
Okay.
And if those are the things you remember from the '70s, today was a bad day, man. Uh, you know, Rob Reiner, who most people know more as the director, but was a big TV star in the '70s as Mike Meathead on All in the Family. And Luke Spencer, who's basically, Anthony Geary is the actor's name, but he's basically the Hulk Hogan of wrestling. Not that he was secretly a horrible person, but in that if you hated soap operas, if you actively tried to not know anything about soap operas, you still probably knew who Luke and Laura were.
Oh yeah.
Wait. The Luke died?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Him and Robert Scorpio are in heaven solving mysteries together again.
man, Robert Scorpio. Man, God, Robert
Um,
Scorpio is the absolute coolest name of all time.
Oh yeah.
right.
And I'll never hear anything to the contrary. That's the best name, and I know we like you and I talked about ripping that off for a dumb hardcore band at some point, and it's still the best idea
Right.
for a hardcore band name. It's in the vein of like when people were calling bands like Charles X Bronson and Yaphet X
Right.
Odo and all those.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you have Victor Newman's going to be full of more formaldehyde and keep going.
Yeah, that guy, that guy has been doing that role for over 40 years,
Who is
Mhm.
this?
nonstop.
Victor
Um,
Newman.
Who's Richard Newman? Who's that?
Victor Newman,
Victor.
he's a character on The Young and the Restless. His real name is Eric Braden.
Oh,
Um, you
You'd
might know
recognize
him
him.
from, I can't remember the name of it, but there's a really bad horror movie starring Eric Roberts that is set in the Marvel bullpen.
what?
Wait,
Yeah, it's starring Eric Roberts. He works in the Marvel bullpen, but it's ambulance based.
what?
Yes.
What
The
the
horror happens in an ambulance. I'm doing a terrible job of describing this, but I swear it exists. I'm
You're
pretty
piquing
sure Stan
interest.
Lee cameos. Like
God?
that's hard to get.
I think you're making this up, man. This is
I swear I'm not.
Oh
when did
no,
this come
this
out? What,
has
like,
to be true.
when did this come out?
1990.
Something? Okay. I'm gonna,
It's
while we're talking, I'm gonna look this up because this
Um,
is
it's
insane.
it's
This is
so
insane.
ridiculous. It has to be true.
but yeah, it was just funny because when I wanted to talk to people about my love of Rob Reiner and All in the Family, and I really
Yeah.
do think All in the Family is underrated. It was such a big deal in the
Oh
'70s,
yeah. I mean,
and
we watch reruns of that, man.
it was just it was crazy because my mom watched it and Mike and Gloria were the protagonists. My grandpa watched it and Archie Bunker was the protagonist. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it was written in a way to where even though you were getting talked down to if you were Archie Bunker's generation, you still didn't feel that way. You could still be part of the joke. You know, and if you watch it, man, it's actually kind of a bummer how much of the issues it goes up with are still relevant
Oh
today.
yeah. I
Um,
mean,
Yeah.
Rob Reiner's character.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, like seeing that show on, and just it was one of those things that it was like grown-ups are watching this, so this is not for me. But
right.
in reruns, in the '80s, I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty funny. That movie is called The Ambulance.
It's
Oh,
okay. I knew there was ambulance involved. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's just called The Ambulance. It also stars James Earl Jones.
no way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
also
The voice of the body.
Stan Lee, noted fraud
It,
Stan Lee of
it's a top tier, low tier movie.
Wow.
But yeah, so when I wanted to talk to people about Rob Reiner today, it was easy to find them. But when I wanted to talk about Anthony Geary, Luke Spencer, I was forced to call my mom.
oh,
I
huh.
just had to call my mom. It's like, Mom, did you hear that Meathead and Luke Spencer died today? And then we talked about that.
How's your mom holding up with all that? She's
Uh,
a soap opera fan, also, correct?
Well, I mean, I got it from my grandmother and my mom, which was they were warring because my grandma did CBS soaps, or mom
Oh.
did ABC soaps.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm so cultured on the soap operas. Because
Oh,
usually, that's another thing I was talking about today. People don't. This is if you're under 30, this is such a foreign concept. But
Oh
people
yeah.
used to have channels. Like you were a CBS house where your mom would watch CBS soaps that would lead into
mhm.
your dad watching CBS News, and maybe you didn't watch all CBS shows, but they got first right of approval. You
Oh,
would
yeah.
check out the CBS shows first.
Well, no, I was an ABC sitcom guy.
Right, right,
Those were my favorite sitcoms because they
Yeah.
had the Murderers Row sitcoms back then.
right.
I was
Had
an
Who's the
NBC
Boss
sitcom.
and Growing Pains,
Yeah.
and um yeah, they had a ton, but then like
Yeah,
NBC, they had was it Family Ties, and you're like,
right.
oh, okay.
Well, you also
I mean,
NBC had
definitely.
Cheers, right?
I
What's that?
hit the teen years right when Cheers was starting to happen. And that's a
Yeah.
great thing to, like, oh, now I'm an NBC person.
That's
Because this
exactly,
is
yeah.
where, and Night Court, where they
Oh,
talk
God,
about
yes.
boobies.
Right. Oh, that was a champion show. That was
Night
good.
Court is exactly what a 12-year-old thinks adulthood is like.
Oh yeah.
You know, like they just say
100%.
it's all like innuendos and
And Brent
and when you
Spiner
watch them as an
cameos.
adult, that's like nothing Dan Fielding talks about is actually what that's like.
No.
No,
You know?
not at all.
Right? But as a child, you're like, oh yeah, that's what it's like to be a sleazy pervo adult.
Yeah.
He was kind of the proto version of like Barney Stinson.
Totally,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, which is cool. I like Night Court because there was always a punk rocker hanging out in the courtroom that had a leather
Right.
jacket that said the core has gotten soft on the back of it.
Right.
And I've been known to write that as graffiti in my life. And
Yeah.
and so now that the cat's out of the bag, I can't ever do that again.
Right.
Not that at 50 years of age I'm doing a whole lot of graffiti, but still,
I also watched a lot of Night Court.
Yeah.
Good show.
I thought a Marky Post was my bag. I thought she was a pretty lady. I thought that hairdo was pretty damn cool. Looking back on it, maybe
Not
not.
cool. No, it's not cool.
That hairdo does look like, though, it looks like Arthur Adams drew it.
It does look like she does look like O'Brien from Lucky Man and O'Brien a little bit with that hairdo.
But anyways, yeah, just wanted to give an RIP to Rob Reiner and Anthony Geary, both
Yeah,
big fixtures of my child.
Those are big ones. Those are big ones. So
I mean, they were kind of the pillars of 70s television. I would say check on J.R. Ewing, but he's already dead.
He's already dead. He's yeah. He was more of a well. I mean, I do kind of like transcended a lot of stuff because he was like a big in the '60s, and then he became an even like a sensation.
And I mean, Dallas was huge in both the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah.
Like
You know
Who
why?
Shot JR didn't even happen until like 84 or something.
Yeah.
Like
I think it was like 81. I think it was
maybe it was. Maybe you're
a
right.
little
Yeah.
earlier than that. But Yeah, well, you know why it was so
You know,
big in the 70s, 80s? Because it was good.
yeah,
It was a really good
yeah,
show.
it was a really good show. I always say the pilot of that show is more mean-spirited than Game of Thrones.
Oh, dude,
Like it is so they're like it they soften some of the characters as it goes on, but in the first few episodes, there's no redeemable characters.
Well, they
Like
definitely have the shoulder pads for armor, like the Game of Thrones,
yeah, they
right?
definitely do.
some
You know,
jagged ones.
a mutual friend of Jehu and I's, Steve, he called Game of Thrones Fantasy Dallas for a long time, which is absolutely like
One
accurate.
It kind of
100%
works.
correct.
Yeah. So yeah. You know what else is correct is saying goodbye to Mars.
Mhm.
Bye
Which
bye Mars.
would be a great title for a band if 30 Seconds to Mars didn't exist.
You know the world would be better if 30 Seconds to Mars didn't exist also, but
Definitely underage girls in Los Angeles would be better if 30 Seconds to Mars didn't exist. Higher.
Phantom Planet would be a lot better if they didn't exist too, because
Yeah.
And I gotta throw in here a little like my own little thing in here. Like I talked a lot about on Transformers episodes, and I'm a big fan of the show Exo Squad. They also had a big Mars centric where Mars goes bye story arc in there too.
oh, did
So
they?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's cool.
But yeah, it's completely different circumstances. But yeah. Anyways,
Yeah. Um, yeah, so this is episode 7 of Robotech the Macross Saga. Bye bye Mars. So we get into this we get into the intro again, which we're contractually obligated to say that the intro is the most banging intro of a
oh yeah.
cartoon.
I never don't enjoy it.
I have to watch it every time.
Yeah.
Today I noticed that there's a funny part towards the end of it though, where Lisa Hayes does like a little hair flip. She does like a little,
Right.
this little hair flip, which is pretty cool because she's got those like it kind of curls under
Yeah.
like her hair looks like two honey buns.
She definitely has, which fits with her character, the most conservative hair in this show.
Oh yeah.
Which is still crazy outlandish.
Oh
But
yeah, but I mean she's got like a mom hair, like mom
Yeah.
hair.
Oh,
That's like 80s mom hair, a complete 80s mom hair.
she has a whole mom vibe, dude.
She does have a mom, even though she's like 23. She's
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
old
Anyways.
sourpuss, the old sourpuss.
The old sourpuss. Yeah, they're talking about the SDF is going to try to land at deserted outpost base Sarah.
Mars-based Sarah. Mars-based Sarah is really cool looking. It's really nice.
Oh,
yeah.
And it's I guess we get some background that it was deserted because of the global civil war. That was like a listening post basically.
Yeah.
And, but it was like a city. I think it was massive. And it's pretty cool. We get some cool stuff going on with the Zentradi where Britai is he's calling in one of his henchmen. He's calling in. Here we go. We get the intro of Khyron, the backstabber. He's a dude that's so reckless that he blows his own dudes up and wipes out whole squadrons of his own guys.
But also a drunkard. He doesn't just do it because of duplicity. He does it because he imbibes.
But yeah, because they said he got drunk and did that. Yeah, so and he's the leader of the Botoru battalion, which
I watched this scene on 3 different formats.
Okay.
And because I was trying to figure out one thing they were saying, and I got 3 different captions. Were they saying backstabber?
Yeah.
Or black stabber? Or black adder? Because I got all 3 of those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Black Adder would be that. I mean, that's like Mr. Bean, isn't that? Mr.
Right.
Bean?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool if he was the Black. If he was the Black.
Because I
Adder.
first heard black stabber, so I was like, okay, I need captions for this. But then the caption said backstabber, but I was like, I don't believe this. So I watched a different one that said black stabber, and then I watched yet a different one that said black adder.
Adder. Okay.
Well,
Basically,
I mean,
what I'm saying is we just don't care about the death.
no.
No, they absolutely don't. But a Black Stabber though sounds like a metal band name. That sounds like a really like C grade like Black Sabbath ripoff.
Right.
Well, I was gonna kind of say it probably sounds more like Norwegian black metal and with a poor translation.
Right.
yeah, it kind of does.
Black Stabber, I love you.
Oh man,
He has major frat boy energy.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
dude
When we
comes
meet
out-
Khyron, he's more of a dandy than anyone we've met so far.
Oh, he is a beautiful man.
And B, immediately more fun than anybody we've met.
Oh
I
God, yes.
immediately want to just drop the rest of the show and see the adventure on Khyron's ship.
Dude, he came out of Spacefold and crashed like 5 ships into like the other Zentradi fleet, and apparently it was a bet to see how many they could crash into. And he got in trouble. He got in trouble for intentionally crashing the ships. And but there's a part where he's arguing with Brita. Brita is like deploying his battle group or whatever, and he does like an anime face. He did like a cutesy like the squinty eyes and the wave. Like
Yeah, the first thing he does is wave. Like,
this dude, this dude's amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like I'm totally down for this
I,
guy.
for,
He's
I
great.
forgot how much I loved Khyron until he showed up. You kind of get into the show, and the show's really intense and a lot of stuff going on. And then Khyron comes in like a wrecking ball and just makes it so much fun immediately.
But he's a menace though, is the thing.
Oh, yeah,
And he's also like dangerously competent, as we'll see in a few minutes. But yeah, this is
yeah.
but it's so cool to see him though.
That's what he's kind of like. He's kind of like competent Starscream.
Yeah.
Absolutely is competent Starscream. He's like kind of like Destro almost.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Like yeah, I mean he's I guess he's kind of the Darth Vader to Britai's Emperor sort of.
Yeah.
But then there's another guy that's above Britai though. So I don't I guess he's like kind of like Darth Maul, I guess. Like 'cause he's cool, you know, and like let's just hope he doesn't get cut in half in like next episode. So
Right.
spoiler, he does not get cut in half in this episode. But
Dude, and
we
like
can,
sorry, go ahead.
oh no, I was gonna go into the next scene. We get a unless you had something to add on to
No,
No,
I was just
no,
saying,
the
like,
next
Can't
scene
have
is
about
great
recaps.
because it immediately gets explodey. We just go right
Yeah.
into explodey.
it's a
like,
quick battle. It's a
Yeah.
quick battle, but it's super cool, and it's just it's one of those things where like I say all the time, like man, I wish that like the tuna episode had a little space battle thrown in. This was just like let's just throw a space battle in here,
Right.
Let's throw a space battle, and just to have some space stuff going on, and it was cool. It was a very cool battle.
And the episodes up to now, I completely remembered all the music in them, but this one had this like sort of like post-punk meets shred like music in it that
Yeah,
I
it
did
did.
not remember at all.
I
and
didn't
it
remember
was
this
awesome.
either, and it gets cooler later on. There's a cool part later on that we'll touch on with the music too. But
So-
yeah, this was a very cool battle.
Yeah.
But what's weird about like that they keep getting blown up. There's like scenes where Rick's flying and like you can see like his wingmen just getting taken out left and right.
Right.
But
And he says very calmly under his breath, "I could be next."
I could be next. I could be
I
so
could be
yeah.
next.
The reality of war is setting in for
Like,
Rick.
yeah, you could
Good. You could have been
maybe
first.
have a little energy in that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Don't be
I kind of
next.
I like this tactic though. The Zentradi are essentially trying to wear down the space fortress SDF-1 because that's exactly what they're doing. They're doing these constant small battles just to keep the pilots out there and keep them tired. It's a good strategy, honestly. If you get the men to throw, it's like throwing enough stuff just to wear down the enemy.
Which is that's exactly the plot of like I
Yeah.
think the third episode of New Battlestar Galactica.
Right.
Yeah,
They were attacking every like 27 minutes or whatever,
Yeah.
or whatever it was. So which is cool because I love that episode and like I said in episode 1 of this that like I think New Battlestar really draws from Robotech, but
100.
so like Rick lands and like Roy's and he even comments on how hey I'm exhausted from all these sorties we're flying, like I'm worn out, which
Right.
same just this kind of the BSG thing, but so Roy tells him to go down to the city and walk around. He goes and walks around for a couple minutes, and then but there's like one of the bridge crew over the PA talking about how hey we got attacked and our fighters blew them all up and no losses. And,
Propaganda.
Right.
yeah, and this was cool because Rick runs into Minmei and he gets upset about it. He's like they're lying and she doesn't care. She's
No.
just be happy. Just be happy we won, but I thought that was cool, and I think it was a thing that I wish that they touched on a little bit more, like in the series, because I don't know that they revisit that theme of like covering up what's actually going on because it's a cool thing. It's a cool thing to get into.
Here's what I got from this scene, and I know we try to keep it kind of apolitical. We don't want to alienate anybody, but Minmei 100% could get a job in the Trump White
Yeah.
House.
Oh yeah.
She's underage, she's hot, And her feelings are that, hey, if the news bums people out, let's just don't tell them the news.
Just change the news.
Right. Just
Just
change
change
the
it.
news.
Just
Yep.
change it. Like,
I
Yeah. Just
This
have
is
a
the
party.
episode where I started to think, okay, I hate Minmei.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was already there, but I'm glad you're there now too.
Yeah.
She's like
yeah.
this, and what? In sorry, in Jehu terms, this broad don't care about anything important.
She does not. She does not. I bet she got some
She
good
is a
training.
ditzy broad.
She is.
She is. Oh, we cut back to the bridge and we've got this one of the infamous screens here of they're scanning Mars base and the text on the computer screen is if mice could swim they would float with the tide and play with the fish down by the seaside. The cats on the shore would quickly agree.
That sounds like some weird beat poetry, man.
I think a few weeks ago you told us about a indie wrestler who had a finish called that.
Sir, that's Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah, Zack Sabre Jr.
That's
That's
Zack
right.
Sabre Jr. The former world heavyweight champion of New Japan Pro Wrestling. What's funny about that is that there's an ISBN, like an international like book serial number on the screen with this, which brings up the book "If Mice Could Fly" by John Cameron, which was published in the 1970s. It was a British children's book.
Mhm.
So that's where that text is from. So, but yeah, I would. I mean, I would invent like a rear naked choke variant with an arm lock and call it if mice could swim, they would float with the tide and play with the fish down by the seaside.
Right.
That's amazing. Dude, okay, so they're saying like there's a message from Sarah Base, and Lisa's like, but then we go into this whole like flashback with Lisa and with her boyfriend Reber.
Kyle Reber. Yeah.
Kyle Reber looks like
Is it
he's
Kyle or
20.
Carl?
I think it's canonically I'm pretty sure that it's Kyle. But well no I don't know.
I think it's
I mean,
Carl.
I don't know for sure. All I know is in my notes I have written Carl is a dud.
He was very much like the fake version of Rick Hunter in the face.
Oh yeah,
and
the hair and everything. And
um,
Lisa looks like she's 12 here, and he looks like he's 20.
Yeah, there's some bad messages as far as age differential and minors in this show, definitely.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it is Japan. I mean,
Right.
like, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that
Also-
it is Carl. It is Carl Reber. You're
Carl/Kyle. I will give him this. His 70s outfit in this is better than Rick's 70s outfit.
Oh
It was a
yeah.
good
He
70s. It
looks
was a good
more
70s.
like Ruben Kincaid in this than Rick does.
Actually, he kind of looks like the classic Battlestar Galactica, that kind of like white overcoat thing.
Yeah.
Kind of has that look to it. So even cooler. Little
Also,
throwback.
Kyle Carl is dumber about war than Rick.
Oh yeah.
Because at least Rick is like, oh, well, I had to join because I'm stuck on this spaceship and they need help with combat, but I realize war is wrong, is dangerous. This guy just joined up willy-nilly and's like, oh, I don't really like being a soldier, but I guess I'll go soldier.
Well, I mean, I guess his logic was that he wanted to join up and go to Mars base, which I like.
Mhm.
I guess technically, maybe there wasn't a whole lot of fighting there, so he wanted to get away from the global civil war. Or
Maybe.
something. But it was just funny because he was like, "Don't tell your father what I'm doing," and she's like, "Okay, I won't tell the admiral." Like she calls her dad the admiral, and but yeah, that was just weird. Like, why wouldn't he want to know?
Right.
Like, why would he not want him to know?
Like you would
why-
think the admiral would find it admirable that
going up.
his future son-in-law was a soldier.
Or maybe he doesn't realize that his future like soldier is messing around with his very underage daughter.
Right. Like he's like 28 and his daughter's like 14.
Oh, I think that's thrown out the window, and
I think you're right.
oh yeah, yeah. So we're back on Mars, on the present of Mars base, and we've got these Zentradi hanging out. There's this one guy that has like a scout ship, and this dude looks like he should have been in like a grunge band. This dude had like the like hair, like this shaggy hair, and he's like,
over one
Hey,
eye.
Breeze High, found the base, dude. But his name is Chiraro, which just sounds like he was like that was like a nickname that like the dude from like Love Battery or something like that
Right.
had. Like he was in like Tree People or something. I don't know. But
I once got told by the guy from Love Battery that I was taught walking too slow carrying my guitar, and he specifically said, "This ain't the show, man."
oh yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
which I should have been. I should have been. My feelings should have been hurt, but I really liked that phrase. This ain't the show, man.
Jesus.
Wow. He had that accent. He was from Seattle. All right.
Oh no, but the time warps things, Ed.
Oh, fair. No, that's fair. Yeah, no, I got you.
Time to
Did
fly
you guys
this
play
way.
with? Did you guys play with Love Battery?
My first band, Exit 10's last show was with Love Battery.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I remember when they played here. I didn't go to that show, but I remember when they played.
Dude, there is a really cool shot of the Destroids coming down the ramp. It shows scale so well. Was
Yeah.
it Mark 8?
The what?
Is it the Mark 8 the huge one with cannons and stuff?
Well, the Mac 2, the
That
monster.
too. Yeah. That sucker is giant.
Oh, it's
You
massive.
just
Yeah,
yeah, you see it
it's so
looking at
big
the
it can't
Destroids.
walk. It has like hover jets in the feet, so
Yeah.
it
It's
floats across the ground.
it's super cool looking in this.
It is.
Holy crap.
It's very cool. So yeah, yeah, they're all lining up and getting ready to kind of defend this base while they're. I guess the plan was the Robotech Defense Force was going to go into the base and answer that just like distress call, but
Yep.
also like get supplies and such. I guess,
Yeah,
which was
they
okay.
like
That's
it
fine.
can't hurt to have supplies and from the base.
But yeah. So but Lisa wants to go check out the base, even though there's no life there. She wants to go check the base out. She's looking for old Carl Reaver, I guess, on the base. But yeah, little sourpuss is driving a dune buggy
And
around Mars.
also, we have not got a chance to objectify old sourpuss here, but this outfit is very form fitting.
It is very.
It is very
It's like Buck Rogers, Dale Arden form fitting.
yeah, it
Oh
actually
man,
I
yeah.
got a lot of like Leiji Matsumoto 70s anime girl wearing a spacesuit vibe here.
Oh yeah. There was a whole lot of. Wait a minute, well, Dale Arden was from Flash Gordon, wasn't she?
You're right, Ed. Have
Yeah.
fun being right, Ed.
I can't. Wilma Deering was her name.
Wilma Deering is
Wilma
the
Deering.
correct
Yes,
thing.
I was like, it was Aaron.
That's
I was like, it was Aaron Gray, but that was the actress's
Yeah.
name.
no, Aaron Gray was the actress's name. Aaron Gray, first crush, beat Lois. I mean, beat Lois Lane, beat
Leia?
Princess Leia.
Yeah,
I can see that. I
yeah.
can see that.
Legit. That's a good
Even
one.
though I saw Princess Leia first, Aaron Gray was my first crush.
Yeah.
No, I can buy that. I never really bought into the whole concept of having a crush on Princess Leia. At least like before Return of the Jedi.
No, I mean, of course.
I mean, like, because Return of the Jedi, you're like, oh, also, we were getting older at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Exactly.
like early on, it was like, okay, she's, but like you see her now, and you're like, she's like 19 in that movie, or however
Yeah.
old she
Yeah.
is in Star Wars, and you're like, she looks, I don't know, she looks like a mom.
Yeah,
Like,
it is really
It's-
weird that in that first movie, she's sort of portrayed as older than Luke.
Yeah,
She's portrayed as more like Han Solo's age.
yeah, and she's a boss. She's bossy too.
She's very bossy.
She's bossy. But so
Back to this.
Lisa finds this computer that's turned on, and is like, how long's this computer been on? Because it's like cranking out paper.
How much of that old school like printer
That Matrix
paper did it
printer?
have?
That computer paper with green
Yeah.
lines on it.
How in all this time did it not get jammed?
Dude,
There is a part in this you walked right past, which I've got to bring up real quick because once again, this broad. Okay, so they're standing out there, and Rick is sitting in this Veritech. He's like, "Oh, I should ask." Radios Roy. Say, "Hey, Roy, can I get the day off next week?" He's like, "All right, Rick. Everyone's asking off for Minmei's birthday," and Rick realizes, "Oh, I wasn't special."
Right.
He realizes that she's already invited the entire squadron before
Right.
him.
Right.
See, I think that's actually a very underlying theme in Robotech is
Yeah.
that Rick realizing that he's not special to Minmei.
Right.
That is a strong undercurrent. That's like a
We'll
both
get more
straight.
in this, but the thing I took from this episode is Rick needs therapy.
Oh
He doesn't
yeah.
love himself.
Oh no, no. Um, dude, so man, one of Chiron's dudes is just like this dude is like got the itchy trigger finger and he goes to attack. And Chiron lives up to his nickname, blows this dude up. Just straight up blows him up with a particle beam cannon or something. And
Again, the Khyron ship is just so much more fun.
dude, he's so rad.
Yeah.
However, though, here we also get the first appearance of the Zentradi officers battle pod.
I love that.
Cool,
I've got that
great,
somewhere, actually.
absolute, just top tier of a mech. Which a lot of people out there may know as the that was repurposed as the Marauder in BattleTech and Mech Warrior.
Yeah.
In fact, well, no, maybe I mean, I when I had my comic shop, I had one of those for sale in the shop, and a dude came in looking for comics. He was like, "Oh my God, do you have a Marauder?" And I'm like, "No, I have a Officer's Battle Pod. I have a," and he's like, "No, that's a Marauder from BattleTech." And I was like, "Okay, cool, man."
He's not wrong, but yes.
Yeah, and I was like, well, hey, he's going to buy it, and I was like, well, I have the regular battle pod there too, if you want both of them. And he was like, oh, I've never seen that one before, and I'm like, this dude only knew these from BattleTech, so
Right.
yeah, Mech Warrior, so yeah,
Which you think about it, the regular battle pods were like suicide machines. They were with legs, with chicken
Right.
legs.
Right.
well, they did. I don't think that. And I was actually going to pull to do a history lesson on BattleTech on this episode, but I'm a little pressed for time today. But because a lot of Robotech mechs got reused in BattleTech,
Mhm.
but I think that the reason they didn't use the regular battle pod was because it doesn't have any arms.
Yeah.
And in the tabletop game BattleTech, that's very important because most of your weapons go into arms. So if you don't have arms, you don't really.
Yeah.
You're
You
kind
can
of.
upgrade your weapon, arm weapons, and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there were exceptions into that in the game, but I mean, I don't think that one fits into the paradigm of it. But this was Chiron's plan was actually good here because they had these gravity mines they had planted that were trying to keep the SDF-1 from taking off, and
Mhm.
they're trying to they're trying to get it back, which is cool, and which is why he kept that dude from attacking because the mines weren't armed. So this is a good plan. It's a nice contrast with like GI Joe or like Transformers where like dudes just run in and just like attack and they're like just throwing themselves at people
Right.
at the good guys. This was really cool.
Yeah.
This was a neat thing. So,
And Chiron does a good thing here. He's like, look, look, dude, if I can wait, you can wait. He's not wrong.
Right.
They're bored. They're waiting for this to happen. They're like, I can do it. You can do it. Oh, you looking for something?
oh no, I had to click a thing away.
Yeah.
But no, you're absolutely right. That this was cool, and then they finally attack, and apparently the RDF loses three whole attack group. So they must be down like a ton of mechs at this point because they just
Right.
Oh yeah.
blowing up like crazy. So
Dude, one of the coolest shots though is the officer's battle pod jumping out of the ravine and landing with his frog legs and like with his guns up. It is so cool looking. The animation in this episode is killer. It is so good.
This is definitely before they started farming this out. We haven't really had any stinkers as far as like animation goes.
Yeah.
At all. Maybe a scene here or there that was a little like who cares, but like the battles and stuff are fantastic because there's some coming up that are like man, no.
It does seem like with these, and this is the second time I'm going to reference this, but they're like Arthur Adams comics where they're super detailed and well done up until the last few pages, and then it's like, oh, the deadline's here. I've just got to draw a few figures, and that's how Robotech episodes are. The last few minutes are just like, oh, I'm just going to drag this figure across the screen now.
Yeah, and the Zentradi end up looking like potatoes with eyes.
Right.
Dude, the music in this scene though is like it's like some like John Carpenter synths. It's like the Tales from the Dark Side music here. This was awesome. This was so cool.
It reminded me of like a Joy Division deep cut.
It did definitely have that kind of no. Super. That's super.
That's pretty accurate. God.
Yeah, the music in this episode was really great all the way
It was
around.
good, and I hate that that's one of the things that I complain about with Robotech is that the music in Macross is so much better. But like this was very good across the board. It
Right.
didn't. I don't think they really fell into the normal like motifs they normally do with these. But
No, this is
so
this is
yeah,
like here in this episode.
Rick like smashes a window out and rescues Lisa, who doesn't want to be rescued. She wants to like
Well,
die
we
in the.
okay, we passed over something here. When he was told to go rescue her, he
Mhm.
kind of refused to. He was kind of like, "Oh, let that
Why do
stuck-up
I?
lady die."
Ugh.
Could
Why do I have
somebody else do that?
Roy's like,
Also,
I
a
trust
little
you.
earlier than this, he called her sourpuss again, which was the plot of the whole last episode, was him getting in trouble for that. So he's
Oh well,
kind
yeah,
of dumb.
because he's on
Claudia.
the
Claudia
comm.
calls them.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's on the comms with Roy and Claudia, and he's like, "Who's that lady, Roy? Is that the old sourpuss?" And like, "Hey, you're gonna get in trouble again, calling your CEO." And
And she's like, no, she's underneath you right now. Like she's driving a little like moon buggy underneath them.
got that dude by old swamp
But
buggy.
yeah, and we sort of grazed over the fact that the MacGuffin here is that she set the base up to explode.
Well, they had to do that so that they could destroy the
Right.
graviton.
Yeah.
So when he's breaking out the window, she's basically trying to commit suicide.
Yeah.
She's decided she's not leaving.
She's reading
And-
Reber's books.
And, like Rick's reaction to that is basically chicks, man. You know, he's like, I don't understand what you're doing, but I'm just gonna grab you.
So there's a whole plot that never gets resolved here. The fact that there is someone in this base, and whoever it is in this base dies at this.
Right.
There's someone in there with computers. There's someone in there
Whoever's keeping the printer paper running.
that whoever that was, probably Reber, dies right here.
Well, I mean, they said there were no life forms on the base. So.
Uh-huh.
Those printers don't run by themselves.
No.
They're
Right.
not like printers
They
today.
jam like crazy too.
Dude, I work in look, man. I work in IT. I know a thing about printers, and that's that I don't like them. And yes, they're constantly jamming. So there's no.
I can remember printing out things on those kind of printers. You
Oh,
just
yeah.
had to have someone manning them.
Yeah.
Someone had to stand there and make sure the teeth stood in line.
Oh yeah. It
100%.
was like you're a machine gun loader and like
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had one of those printers. I was like our first computer my dad bought, and yeah, you had like a box of paper, and it'd pull it out, and this little teeth run like a conveyor belt, and you'd have to kind of feed them through there, and those things always came off. You had to like
Yeah.
line them up exactly right.
Yeah.
So there's
Daisy
no
teeth.
way that it was on the space.
I still sometimes have nightmares about them from one of my earlier jobs.
Oh, old people stuff.
So that was it. That was Bye Bye Mars.
Well, I mean,
oh, go ahead.
we did at the end of this. I think we get the first impression that Rick is attracted to Lisa,
Mhm.
and again, this guy just needs therapy. He's torn between an underage narcissist and a suicidal ice queen. This guy does not want to be happy.
Yeah.
Flying
Yeah.
planes make him happy, dude. Flying planes as far as happiness is.
Dude, and also, Khyron remarks how nuts this whole thing is, like blowing to the base just to get them off the planet.
Right.
And he's like, they're insane. And I'm like, dude, it's coming from you.
Right.
Like,
That
the
seems like a
backstabber.
plan you would have, Khyron. I've
Yeah.
known you for like 11 minutes, and that's I already think that's a Khyron plan.
Oh yeah, 100%. So yeah, it was like yeah, he takes her and kind of cradles her in his big battloid hands and gently takes her to the SDF-1 and rescues her while Mars blows up. It's a tender moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, the animation fantastic. Chiron's pissed because he lost the fight. He doesn't ever like losing the fight.
Oh yeah. The best part of the whole episode. I don't like losing fights.
He bunches stuff.
Yeah.
No. He's having a Ben Solo moment.
Yeah, he's so upset about it. I love this guy.
But yeah, that's it, man. That is Bye Bye Mars. It really
Where are you guys on Bye Bye Mars?
I loved it. Yeah.
I'll go first. This is again one that kid brain and adult brain were totally in line with. Um, I don't want to start getting everything 5, so I'm gonna give this 4. I think they showed Kirby dots in the explosion.
Ooh, they may have.
You don't ever really see the Japanese playing much of homage to Kirby, but I swear in the explosion of the base, I thought I saw Kirby dots.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe so. I'll have to go back and watch it again. Yeah. Evan, where you at on?
Yeah, I'm actually going to give this a 5 because nothing about this episode was bad. It didn't drag. It was good tactics. It was good and great animation. And Khyron, like Khyron attacks is the best because he attacks everybody. 100%. This is a straight on banger.
Chiron's already the MVP. One
Oh
episode
yeah,
MVP.
So good.
he's the
He's
best
so
part of
good.
the show.
Yeah, like, yeah, I'm with you, Jehu, on the not wanting to get into like rating inflation
Right, right.
but
Like we don't want to destroy our star system like Dave Meltzer has.
right, yeah, because I think, but there's nothing. It was so good, and there's nothing bad about it. But it's
Right.
like it's
All
everything that you
killer, no
want
filler.
in Robotech. Like
Yeah.
everything's there. It's like you get
The,
two big fights. You
the
get
drama is there too, which is
you
really
get the drama. You get the
yeah.
drama. You get the melodrama. You get the sort of romance. You get like a new character, like a new like boss level character. You get a new mech. Um, and I feel like a lot of things in this could have been stretched out into like multiple episodes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like
This could have been like a 3-episode arc.
I think so too. Because the whole thing, like like the attrition and all that stuff with the battles, I think is great. Like the whole like kind of spooky like horror thing of like the deserted base that could have
Right.
been its own. You could have done like a big arc on that, and that would have been really cool. So yeah, no, I love this. I absolutely love this episode. And I just because it's the introduction of Khyron, I have to go 5 because Khyron rules. So I'm gonna have to go 5. Hurrah, another year. Surely this one will be better than the last. The inexorable march of progress will lead us all to happiness. Is out of 5. So
Finish him. Cool.
I'm already excited for next episode. I'm sure the episode, like I can just tell it's the episode where I'm gonna officially hate Minmei.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Her birthday.
It's
Yeah.
her
Yeah.
birthday. She's turned 16.
I feel like it's going to be the turn where the singing really starts too.
It's it's coming.
Yeah.
We got Miss Macross coming up too. You don't want that. You don't want that either. So.
Yeah.
You want
Yeah.
none of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
not wrong. All right, guys.
All right.
Cool. Fantastic. Thanks for being here, everyone, checking this out again this week. We will have this up and going, and soon we will venture back toward Transformers roots a little bit, and I have some other ideas coming up. I'll talk to you guys about it later. Y'all take
I
it
think
easy.
I've already heard them on the internet.
You might have.
That's
Y'all have a great week. You want to take us out here, guys? Anybody?
I got nothing.
a good way to go out. I've got
Khyron
nothing.
rolls. Bye. More Than Meets These Guys, a Transformers podcast, is performed by Evan Johns, Boo of the AxelonUnderground.com, and Ed Strickland. Research is done by Evan Johns, Boo of the AxelonUnderground.com, and Ed Strickland. Special thanks to Hasbro, Marvel, Skybound, and the occasional extra property which we will name at whatever time is appropriate for that episode. And without all of you, this is really not even possible. So thanks for being here, and thanks for checking us out every week. Goodbye.